Okay. I have had a night's sleep, and I think I am ready to tackle this next bit. Maybe it won't be full of as much despair and heart-rending awfulness. One can only hope. Anyway, let's talk to everyone before we talk to Graha. Oh, I've already... Okay, they say the same things they said last night. Okay. Alright, let's go. Graha? You're gonna give me a weapon. Take this shell in my spirit vessel. Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower systems in the umbilicus. If even the smallest fragment of Elidibus's essence remains, it should be possible to locate it. As for access to the umbilicus, pray seek out Lena for assistance. Chances are she still stands watch at the Extensor Gate. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I am living my life to the fullest, that I am happy, hardships and all. Will do, brother. Well, we had best be on our respective ways. God's willing, we will see each other again ere long. Stay safe, all of you. Alright, and it will probably be much cheaper to travel to Mordona than it will be to go to the first. Let's see how much this costs. Actually, I do have the Crystarium saved as a spot. Okay, it's not terribly much cheaper, so we can go straight to the Crystarium. In other news, I had an art piece that I had commissioned a while ago that I feel really bad because the artist apparently had a lot of trouble getting a good composition for it in mind, and but now he's apparently finally gotten a good appearance for it, so he can finally, you know, put it together, and something he's happy with, which is important. And I felt bad because he had such a struggle trying to put it together. So I'm glad that he's finally got something he's happy with, and I'm sure I will be overjoyed with it because the things that I've commissioned from him before have been really good too. So not you. I want to take my Amaro, dang it. I worked hard to get this Amaro. How many hours of grinding? Far too many. But I made it. Hi, Lena. Long time no see, honey. Shalyn, you are returned. Oh, you don't need to salute me. Have you been well, you and the others? As well as can be. Full glad am I to hear it. I trust my lord is enjoying himself. Living his life to the fullest, hardships and all. He said this to you? These exact words? Oh, to know that he is happy, it fills my heart with joy. Thank you, Shalyn, for taking care of him. When next you see him, please tell him not to overexert himself. Futile a request though it is. Will do. And tell him that all is well here. The peace you gifted us continues, and we work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course that we occasionally bicker, we've never been more optimistic for the morrow. If I had to mention one dilemma, it would be the question of our governance. Even as we speak, debate rages over how we should run the city in the Exarch's absence. Most are of a mind that the Settlement Council should continue to oversee the general running of the Crystarium, while representatives are elected to determine policy and handle diplomacy. Thus far, nothing is set in stone. However, we choose to proceed. We will not replace our lord. No one could. Have we recently observed any unusual phenomena? No, I cannot say there have been. Curious that you should ask me this question, though. Some days ago, Reen came and asked the very same. She was rather unsettled, in stark contrast to how cheerful she has been of late. Well, something tells me she and the other Crystarium youth just hosted a festival, you see. It proved so popular that there are already plans for another celebration, one much bigger than the first. Between her preparations for the festival and the restoration of the empty, she struck me as happy and full of life. So when I saw her in such a state of worry, I couldn't help but feel worried in turn, especially since she wouldn't tell me what troubled her. I dare say she would be more willing to confide in you. May I ask you to broach the subject with her? Yeah, I'm guessing Heidelin talked to her or something. You wish to enter the umbilicus? Very well. I shall fetch the key at once, and take the opportunity to find Reen. Please wait for me in the city, in front of the Cabinet of Curiosity, shall we say. I'll be along as soon as I can. That was a terrible attempt to do Lena's accent, but it's the best I can do. So, apparently Reen has a idea of what's going on. Not surprising, considering her connection to Minfilia and thus to Heidelin. Also, my cats are tearing up the apartment. Whee! They got major zoomies. Cabinet of Curiosity is this way. I had a feeling that they would find an excuse to take us back to the first and see these characters again. I just had the feeling in the back of my mind, just like, if we're basically going over everything we've been through so far in this storyline, to wrap up the whole thing, you know, it wouldn't make sense to just not come back here. The following event cannot be skipped. If you may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Okay then. Event cannot be skipped. Who all is going to approach me? Lots of familiar faces, I'm sure. Purple trees. The trees are still, in fact, purple here. Do my old eyes deceive? Is it truly Shallan? Morin? Yep, and Becklug. Haha, it is. Full glad am I to see you hale and whole, my friend. What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us. And it is the most opportune time, and at this, the most opportune time. In case you haven't heard, we're planning to produce a tome chronicling the events of the Flood to the Knight's Return. From the Flood to the Knight's Return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's peoples. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts will be the centerpiece of the tome, but yours would be the one to crown them all. I've been asked to contribute a chapter to the soul, a subject that is key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the course of developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable insights into the travel beyond the rift, knowledge that will allow me to attest to your existence and deeds. There is no end of questions I would ask you, but if you could indulge me for one just now. In your quest to restore the night, you faced many a formidable foe. Among them, who offered you the greatest struggle? Huh. I wonder what this one means. So honestly, none of the Shadowbringers trials were exceptionally hard in my opinion. Especially when I New Game Plus them and I didn't die to any of them. So, and that was only the second time I'd done them all. So, I don't know. I'm curious about this one. I am very curious about what I have to say about this. This may come as a surprise, but truly, I never would have guessed. But then if I could, I suppose I wouldn't have had to ask. It's just, okay. 'Tis a tremendously eye-opening answer, and we will see that your account of this battle features prominently in the tome. I know you'd love to talk your ear off, Morin, but we really should be on our way. Those documents from Yulemore won't collect themselves. Of course, and afterward, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping you might clarify a few points in your treatise. Till next time, then, do tell the others to look after themselves. Our overzealous friend in particular. Remind him not to overexert himself, again and again, till his ears fall off, if that's what it takes for him to take it to heart. Yes, I will make sure my brother doesn't work himself to the point of collapse. And no more self-sacrifices, hopefully. Oh, that tree is blue. Is that the Warrior of Darkness? Oh, it's the children. You're all so cute. It's her! It's really her! What are you doing here? If you're going to battle, I can give you some medicine. I made it myself. Best not, Riki. You'd only give her a stomachache. We've come to see Morin to get his advice. One of the guard finally agreed to teach us how to fight, but first we need to choose a fighting style. While I know what I want to be a mage, Arkil isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing, so I was thinking of taking up the axe, or the sword, or maybe the bow. They all seem right, but it's hard to decide, so I thought I'd ask Morin. He seems to know a lot of things. He isn't here? Aww. Ooh, why don't you have the Warrior of Darkness choose for you? What do you think suits Arkil best? Axe, sword, or bow? Smiting your opponents, the axe, protecting your friends, the sword, fighting and hunting both, the bow. Honestly, he seems like a sword kid. He feels like that to me, so protecting your friends, the sword. The sword. If you took up the sword, you could be just like... Brandon, the Warrior of Light. I love that tale. Let's borrow the book today. It's really popular, though. I hope it's still there. Thank you for helping me decide, Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with that style and maybe try something else later on. And when I get really strong, I hope to have a bout with you. Guess if I'd said the axe, he could have been like Artbert, but... Again, he just seems like a sword kid to me. Such fun she's been having basking in the adoration of musty old bookworms and wide-eyed younglings, but she does not spare a thought for me. But does she spare a thought for me? Of course not. Hello, Feul. I waited and waited and waited, but she wants so much as acknowledge the presence of her beautiful branch, even though she's right here. Such a heartless thing our sapling is. Cold and cruel and heartless. Oh, faithful Feul, loveliest of branches, how I have missed you. I'm sorry I haven't come back to see you in so long. You still wouldn't let me travel to the first while I was pregnant. Just saying. If you truly missed me, you should have cried for me at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. To make up for it, you will call with twice the passion next time. Though for there to be a next time, you have some few struggles to overcome. So, my adorable sapling, the world is on the verge of destruction, is it? Okay, apparently you know that. Alright. How do I know this? Joined as we are, spying on you is as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Would that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of we faithful is bound to that of the star. Whither it goes, so do we follow. Such is our way. The most I could do for you is spare you the pain by gifting you the sweetest of eternal dreams. But if escape is not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. I'll do that. But here are the ones you were waiting for. I wonder what manner of conclusion awaits at Tale's End. That was an even worse attempt at doing Faye Ul's accent. I'm just saying. Oof. There she is. Hello, Reen. How's Gaia? My apologies for the delay. Shalyn, it's so wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I shall leave you to it. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, and you may enter at your leisure. They're still saluting me. Hello, Reen. It has been a while. I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I've had this feeling in the pit of my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that... I'm the Oracle of Light, but I've never once spoken with Heidelin. Never once heard her call. Even so, I've always had this feeling deep inside me, a connection to something immense. These past few days, though, that connection has wavered, as if that immense something was distant, then close, then distant again. And then, the other night, I was jolted awake by the feeling it had completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to the open window, and to my horror, the sky was ablaze, like during the star shower. But then I blinked, and everything was normal. The next day, no one said a thing. No one else had seen what I had seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remembered dream. Shalyn, what are you not telling me? I have to know, please. It doesn't matter how terrible it is. Alright. I killed Zodiark and the final days are upon us. It wasn't my imagination then. The doom we witnessed in Amarat has come again. I can't believe it. Like I told you before, all is well here in the First. So don't worry about us, please. Look only to the threat before you. We're fine right now, and even if we weren't, we've learned how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, you may be assured we won't go quietly. No, we'll hold on until you can find a way to save all our worlds. So long as you continue your fight, so too will we, united in purpose beneath a blazing sky. Ironwood, huh? Alright, how did he say? Whoa! Okay, I want that weapon for my sage. I want it. I want it! Anyway. How do these look? Oh, these weren't what I... Or were they? Oh! Well, they look just like my normal ones. Maybe a slightly different color. Yeah, they look essentially the same. I think these suit just slightly better because the gray of the blades match the gray of the outfit. Pretty close. Anyway. Hope upon a flower. You're headed to the Umbilicus to consult with Elidibus, right? I'll do some consulting of my own and speak with Lena. Decide how we might prepare for the final days. So it's farewell for now, but we'll see each other again. I'm certain of it. Again, I am very happy that we got a chance to come back to the first and talk to these characters. Even if it is just Breen and Lena. I would have liked to go see Runar and let him know that your Stola's fine, but oh well. Ah, Mr. Shallon, welcome back. The captain has told me all. Give the word and I will show you to the ocular. Yep, let's go. Memories. Happy times and the sad. Ah, look at all these books in here. So many books. Raha, you make me jealous.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business.
I need to talk to the soul we have trapped in here.
Acknowledged. Reinitializing Circus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity. Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
The Alligan's certainly worth something else. Goodness.
My home. My friends. No more than a dream. Oh. You. Why have you awakened me? I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all.
Fandaniel went crazy and I had to kill Zodiac.
So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the Convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share.
Thank you.
I do this not for you. I merely perform my duty, as I have ever done. Where to begin? The end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Fandaniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him, long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation. So consumed by self-loathing and hate. Elpis. Yes, the name is familiar to me. Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place. A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there, and before joining the Convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief. He was Hermes. That is all I know. The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived. Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis.
Me or as them?
No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility.
Oh, Heidelin did say our worlds were...
And
our times were colliding.
It fills my heart. My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief.
Oh boy, time travel, huh?
In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower, which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy.
Well,
As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment.
oh.
Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change.
I can't prevent the
For the
final
reality
days.
you wish
back
to
then.
save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey?
I will because I must.
Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act. You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic. The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the ocular. All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence. Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act? Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here. The ones I love and long to see again are waiting in that promised land, beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Go, and do not look back.
Go in peace, Elidibus. Maybe now I find it in my heart to forgive you for all you've done.
Well, Heidelin, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it, the burden and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion, to save our star.
Adrift in time. Aetherites were much skinnier back then. I am in fact a ghost. Oh, they have hair! And wait, why do you look like that Convocation guy, except with just a slightly different hair color? Not Convocation, but Forum. They still all wore masks and robes, like the Loperts said. But they don't all keep their hoods up all the time. I wonder if we'll get to see actual Hythlodaeus. And maybe even get to see... Man, if I happen to see a Zem, then things will get really trippy. I don't think they'd show us a Zem, though, because the device is reminiscent of an Aetheryte. Perhaps it is possible to attune with it. Despite attempting to channel and focus your energies, you fail to attune with the device. You can only assume it operates differently. Well, okay then. Hello? Man stands dutifully by the Aetheryte-like device. A guide for this facility in all likelihood. Hello? You attempt to get the man's attention, but if he sees or hears you, he gives absolutely no indication. As Elidibus warned, it appears your form is intangible. Incorporeal, transcending the boundary between existence and nihility. Oh, you don't have your mask on. This is the right place, yes? Propylion? Words. Judging by the woman's words, this facility is called Propylion. Hello? You attempt to gently prod the woman to attract her attention, but feel nothing. And it seems neither does she. I am a ghosty ghost. I am a ghost. The remarkably large man wears a black robe and a half-mask, much like the phantoms you encountered in Mare Lamentorum and the recreated Amarat. It would seem you have made it to your destination. Hello? Can you hear me? You gesticulate wildly and shout all manner of greetings and obscenities, but the man does not so much as glance in your general direction. Interesting that they don't wear their masks all the time. Like Vana. She keeps her mask off. Like, they still have the masks around their necks. They don't always wear it. You suspect the door leads outside, but how to open it? Or maybe I could just go through it? I am incorporeal after all. Open! Open!
And here we are, Elpis. Well, well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor? Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while. You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Interesting.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Now, Hades.
Who you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
Oh, that is exactly the kind of relationship I think I could see them having. Hi, Hades. He does still have the same looking face. I'm guessing that's Deus, if I were to guess.
Satisfied?
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
By the by, you see it too, yes?
Yeah, hi, I'm here. You thought maybe that's a little bit, but I'm not sure.
I
We all
haven't
know
the
that's-
foggiest what you're talking about.
We all know that's Hades.
That's odd. It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's.
Yay, they
Do you
acknowledge me.
suppose she created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's her spitting image. So let's leave it be. Come now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Deus. Which, again, I love seeing this. Hello, can you hear me?
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words. Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Yeah, I'm still pretty sure this is Deus. So,
Who do you take me for?
I love it! Oh, I love it so
Why,
much!
a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded.
It's so cute. I love this all. It's so good. Hello, can you make me corporeal? Hades, if you would be so kind.
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
What are you doing to me? Okay, I'll close my eyes. Oh, you snapped. That's what you do. I know your snaps very well.
You may open your eyes.
Okay, Hades, I will open my eyes. Hey, I am corporeal. I am almost as tall as y'all. I am no longer child-sized.
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
Thanks, Deus.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
How very thoughtful of you. And may I applaud your artful reinforcement.
Oh, I want to give Deus a hug.
Without further ado then. Greetings. I am Hythlodeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect.
I want to hug you. I love you. I'm sure
Sulking
Hades can have a
beside
hug
me is
too.
the most honorable Emmet Selk of the Convocation of 14. And how might we address you, my new friend?
Oh, I love him. I still love Hythlodeus.
A fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words.
I just love this so much.
Tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here.
I come from the very distant future.
You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here?
I seek a man named Hermes.
Well now, the same as us. Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
Speaking of, where am I?
If she truly wished to be here, then she would be.
That is true. You two know me quite well.
Right you are.
Y'all
My
should have just
apologies
told
if
me
we've
to
given
come.
offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion.
About that.
We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work. We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide.
I love Deus.
And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
I love how they don't question my
Wait.
ears and tail.
Are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
If you harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree?
I guess they still think I'm a familiar, so.
Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here.
Okay then. I love Hades. It's
Welcome,
the
my
exact
friends,
kind of
the
relationship
testing
I
ground of
imagined they'd all
creation,
had.
Heaven's Edge. Elpis.
The world unsundered, Elpis. Oh, it's Dago. And Vana.
This presence.
Axolotls! Ah! Oh, a person has bird
Hermes!
features.
Visitors! We have visitors!
But like seriously, axolotls. Oh my gosh. They're so cute.
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
Oh, the things I could tell you. They said that they had to remove their masks, and yet there are people wearing masks in here. It's kind of weird. Oh my gosh, I love it! Deus! You're still ridiculously taller than I am, but we're almost equal height, and you are adorable, and I love you. Emmett. In case you didn't know, it's rude to stare. Stop! Oh, my chocobo came with me! That's hilarious. Like, it makes sense since we're in an area, but still. This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. Why, it feels as if you could reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour. Perhaps you already know these things, but for the sake of thoroughness, I shall start with the basics. Using concepts to give shape to ether, creation magics allow us to bring forth anything we desire, be it inanimate objects or living beings. Anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation in the Bureau of the Architect. As part of that process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to Elpis for in-depth study and observation. A fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you will enjoy touring it with us. Oh, I love this all so much! Oh, goodness. I love this. Now, if only we could actually just get... I guess it would probably break the space-time continuum if we actually managed to see a Zim, but I love this all. I love this all. I love it. I love it. I love the implied... The relationship between these two is so cute. It's almost exactly how I imagined it. And it's like, if... And I guess they're not going to show a Zim because since a Zim is us, a Zim would have the same kind of personality as we do. Because I imagine, like, she just, like, likes to tackle Emmett from, like, behind. She'll just glomp him. Oh, goodness. It's so good. Anyway. Okay, Deus. Ooh, you're going to give me a present. Now then, our friend Hermes. Aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Chances are he will be at the main observatorium hub, so let us seek him out there first. Attired as you are, however, you stand out a little bit too much. Our dearest Emmett Silk wishes to keep a low profile for his errands, so... do you know how to make a robe? The basic concept will do. Nope, I don't know how to do concepts. No? In that case, Emmett Silk? No. Your whim, your responsibility. You're getting not another symbol of ether out of me. The way he scrimps sometimes, you'd think he wasn't a nigh bottomless font of magic. Very well, I shall make the robe, but perhaps you can assist. Come, let us search for the requisite material. Oh, I love it! I love all of this! Oh, it's so good! Excuse me, I'm gonna go look for aether currents. Oh, this is all so good. I love this all. The concepts are gonna attack me. Excuse me, y'all. I'll be back in a bit. I gotta go explore. West. Apparently I can't go that way yet. Unless... Hold on. Oh, the way this place is designed is fascinating. Okay, fine. I'll get dressed for y'all. I'll put on the robe. I'm sure it's not going to be the Asian robe that I was hoping for, but... No means no. Just be grateful I'm even willing to wait. Oh, Emmett. Yes, these creatures should suffice. An etheric rope. I want you to use it to capture, shall we say, 2 petaludi. There are 3 species here, I believe. Any 2 of different kinds should serve. Now, I should mention that the strength of the rope is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of the user. As your ether is still thin compared to ours, you'll need to weaken the petaludi first. Good luck. Okay, so 2 different colors. There are 3 species here. What colors do we have? We have the red and the blue. Oh, and there's a purple. I'm picking a purple. I want a purple. We'll do a purple and a red. Alright. Unfortunately, I did get the other one to attack me, so... I fell asleep. I'm gonna have to get a different purple one, I guess. Okay, so I got a red one. Let's see if I can find a purple one. There's another purple one. Can I get it without getting the attention of the other critter? Alright, you know, I'll just attack it normal. Draw it to me. And hopefully I'm far enough away from other things that I want to attract unwanted attention. There we go. Alright. Okay, Dis. I got it. You've caught the Petaludi? Come, come, let us see. Here, I got 2 butterflies for you. Yes, these fine pillows will do nicely. Now for a spot of reversion. There, it's ready. It's nothing fancy, but we're trying not to stand out. Try it on for size. You turn living beings into clothing just like that? Also be angry with us for using those creatures. Well, not just like that. You need to revert them to their constituent ether first. Lest you wonder why I asked for 2 species, it's due to the difference in their etheric balance. Blending them allows us to produce garb with superior etheric stability. Well and good to disguise and educate it, but it won't fool anyone who can see worth a damn. Fair point, but at the very least it should spare you unwanted attention from casual observers. Emitselk speaks true. Even dressed like us, your unusual nature will be plain to those who think to look. Should someone question your presence, don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No, best to simply say you are familiar. The question is, whose? I mean, I could just be Azem's familiar. Ah, of course, Azem's. If you say you belong to her, people will give you the benefit of the doubt for any and all outlandish behavior. Oh, yes, that sounds just like her. Exploiting our associate's absence. I mean, she's always absent. For her lack of presence, absolutely. Were she here, she'd have been the first to propose the idea, and you know it. I love it. With that, your story is settled. Let us continue with our errand. I just got a full set of sophist stuff, and I'll take it with me back to the present source. Does it require me to put the gear on? Let's go ahead and just see what it looks like, though. What is that? Oh. I should probably put that on at some point. Ah! Ah! Look at it! It looks so good! Did they give me gloves? No, they didn't give me gloves. They gave me pants and shoes. It's all level 1 stuff, so it's just glam. But I am so happy we have this glam. I love it. 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 You know what? I have the glamour prisms. I'm actually going to cast the glam. Let's see. Cast glamour. Sophist robe. I know we still have weathered shepherd slops. I need to trash those. love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I love this outfit so much. Oh, I love it. I'm gonna temporarily remove my glamour plate link. I love it. Oh, it looks so good. I love it. Ah. Squee. Squee. Now I actually look like a Zim, except a Zim probably didn't have cat ears and tail. Thus, I am my own familiar, and I have my own familiar. Familiar. As dubious as it is, passing you off as a Zim's familiar is probably the best approach. Should she take offense to that? Should she take offense that others so readily believe her recklessness is to blame? She is welcome to mend her ways. Pass as a child in your original size? I think not. Augmented or no, your aether is still far too thin to be considered normal. If you are ready, let us continue along the path to Anagnosis. Names are weird in this world. The place serves as an observation hub and residence both. Someone there should be able to point us in the direction of Hermes. Alright, so... yeah, that's not an official aetheryte. However, there is an aetheryte here that I can attune to. And another one up there. And another one there. So this implies that we'll be able to travel back to this point in time whenever the heck we want. I was like, how does that work? And see, here this six-legged horse thing probably won't stand out as much. It could just be a concept that someone made. Alright, back to looking for... okay, west. Oh, look, it's a unicorn. Southwest. Oh, there it is. West. It's just fascinating that we can travel here, and we can travel here whenever we want, apparently. That's the mind-blowing part. Southwest. Southwest Airlines. Griffins. Blue Griffins. There it is. I knew I heard it. It's like finding neuron roots in an Elder Scrolls game. You just listen for the ringing. West. This place is so beautiful, too. I do agree, Shadu. This is delightful. On so many levels. Nice to see many other players decided to glamour this too. Northwest. Bye, Quester. How I managed to take you back here with me is anyone's guess. Northeast, okay. Of the map have I uncovered? There's actually a little bit back here. Just poke my head back here to unlock this part of the map. There we go. Alright, so it's up there. Leave me alone, thing. Alright, I need to find a bunch more. I've only found 3. Still the one up there. East. Okay, that's a new one. West. Probably that one up there again. We can't use this to travel up there. I'm guessing there's another way to get up there. So I probably found all the things I could find so far. Alright, I've returned. Going to attune to Zathorite. You also have my same hairstyle. You're much darker skinned, but you also nearly have the same hair as hair color as I do. It's a little weird. It's a little weird that I almost could be your familiar. Alright. Where are my friends? The platypus! It's a fat platypus! And a corpicure. But like, look, it's a fat platypus! Look at it! It's a fat platypus and I love it. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so cute. I want it. I want it. Also a hedgehog. Like, it's too cute. I love you, guy. This is my favorite guy. He has a fat platypus and is like the best thing I've ever seen. Hello, Deus. Also, you are very pretty, Deus. I have to say, you are very pretty and I love you. Let's see if this observer knows Hermes' whereabouts. I was wondering if what she was examining, but it seems to be the bush itself. Yes, can I help you? We wish to speak with Chief Hermes. Do you know where we might find him? Well, now, by your mask, I assume you are one of the 14. I wasn't aware there was to be a visitation. Between you and us, it's something of a surprise. Your discretion in the matter would be appreciated. I see. My lips are sealed. The chief should be out conducting observations as usual. His focus of late has been aquatic creatures, so I suspect you will find him at one of the pools here. The pools, you say? Many thanks, and apologies for disrupting your work. Say, Hythlodeus, while I've never met Hermes, you know him well, do you not? That being the case, couldn't you simply find him by his ether? Aye, that I could. As you know, Emet-Selch and I can discern the color of souls. By the same token, we can also see ether quite keenly, and from great distances. With this skill, I could readily locate Hermes, but I feel that would be a wasted opportunity. We're here to perform an assessment, after all. By searching the ordinary way, we can gain an insight into Elpis and the man in charge of it. This is as much for your own enjoyment, like as not, but point taken. If you're going to accompany us, make yourself useful and help us look for Hermes. According to his profile, he has short, dark hair. Oh, so he's always looked like freaking Asahi. So you know, it's because we're in Elpis that we don't have our cowls up. A special exemption due to the need to be aware of dangerous creatures. Elsewhere, we do not exhibit our individuality. It's unseemly. This is all common sense, but I would not assume you possess any. It's a rare treat indeed to be able to search for someone by their appearance, and I thank you for humoring me. Come, let us find our man. Oh, I love this so much. I love Hythlodaeus. I always have. And now just seeing him as a kid, as something more than just a faceless entity. Seeing his face and his expressions. That's just so good. I love it all. I love it. 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 Oh, I'm dying because I love it so much. Why, what a curious familiar. I suppose your creator sent you here to learn our ways and perhaps achieve some degree of enlightenment. So, what would you ask of me? Tell me about yourself. Like most of my colleagues here at Anagnosis, I am charged with observing the various creations in our care and assessing our suitability for life on Aetherius. Their suitability for life. It is an enormous responsibility, of course, though the sense of achievement from bringing new species into the world makes it worthwhile. What kind of place is this? Anagnorosis is one of the most important facilities in Elpis, as it is here that we ascertain the various merits and shortcomings of various flora and fauna in our care. It derives its name from the ethos at the center of our work, that being the discovery of the creation's new nature. Only by allowing them to coexist in an environment such as this do they reveal unto us the essence of their being. I wonder if they ever told Azim about this encounter. I would be very much amused if they did. Alright, so he's by a pool. Oh, there he is. That was easy. Are you still looking at the axolotls? You are! Ah, look at the axolotls! Ah, I'm dying, they're so cute! I want one! I want it! I want it! Hermes, give it to me now! The Winged Girl. I take it you are also familiar, which is probably makes more sense why they think I am one as well. Hey, they have such funny faces. I agree. Look at them, they're so cute! I love axolotls so much. They're like one of my favorite creatures. I take it you are Hermes?
Huh. You are...
A familiar.
Oh. Different. You're different too.
Yes, I am.
You and me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be...
Sure, little one. I want to be
Wait.
friends too.
Please. Wait. Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts. May we please be friends? May we please be friends?
But suddenly I have a thought in my head. Very ominous thought.
I see you found him.
Hythlodaeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Everyone loves
Too long
Hythlodaeus.
indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
I want to hug him. I just want to cling to him all the time. Yes, this is Emmett.
You are of the convocation?
Emmett Selk, at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend?
I love him so much.
But moving along to more agreeable company, this one a chance to...
Hi.
Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Her name is Meteon. It means shooting star.
Why do I suddenly think she is the villain?
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters. By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait to the main building yonder. I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
Axolotls!
What's wrong, Hermes?
The Namastoma is missing.
No, someone stole an axolotl! No!
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
That's random.
You're saying they can climb with their sorry excuses for limbs?
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish.
But Metron did what?
The Ambistomas too can fly, if only slightly, and they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however... Excuse me.
I'll help too.
Their eyes are fascinating.
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
Emmett, don't.
May I suggest we split up?
Oh, I love Dea so much.
If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emmett Selk and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
Just the whole relationship, the whole dynamic is it's just so good. Everything about this is so good. This is the most delightful part of this expansion so far. It's just, The tenet of the words of Metron is to create aquatic life both unique and beneficial. aquatic. What would possess them to put this creature in the sky? It isn't even aquatic to begin with. The Amistoma was submitted to the Bureau not long ago, and I'm pleased to see it has found its way here. We'll make sure these little ones don't wander off and like their adventurous fellow. Go on and lend a hand to Hermes. Lend Hermes a hand. Axolotls! Come on now! They're flying and climbing axolotls! This is just the best. I love it. I'm dying because it's so cute. Flying axolotls. Bird of Elpis. Well, that's simple. Hermes? There you are. Hermes? Are you okay? I am concerned. Hermes, are you alright? It seems Hermes and Medion have found their quarry, a creature known in this age as an Amistoma. Yet though it has been safely extricated from the tree, Hermes appears to have found himself in quite the predicament. The Amistoma. Hermes saw it high up in the tree. He climbed up to get it, but it jumped on him, and he slipped. Everything is under control, I trust? Yes, rest assured, this is nothing new to me. I've ended up in far more compromising positions in the course of my work. Now, for your own safety, please stand back. Splat. Hey. Hermes, are you alright? Quite alright, yes. My apologies for making you worry, Medion. Both you and... I am Azem's familiar. Shalom Renage, you are called. An intriguing name, somehow reminiscent of a new creation. Thank you for coming after me. As for you, little one, you must be more careful. Axolotl! You may be able to fly, but that doesn't mean you cannot fall and hurt yourself. Oh no! I'd forgotten all about its fellows! It's fine. Deus and Emmett are looking over them. Truly? What a relief. I must thank Emmett Selk and Hythlodeus when I return to them. But first, with the distractions out of the way... As Chief Overseer of Elpis, permit me to welcome you to our facility. I hope you will enjoy your time here. I'm glad they're safe, Hermes and the Amistoma. The Amistoma stares at you unflinchingly, as if regarding something novel. Regarding it in turn, you notice it appears to be floating, if ever so slightly. I want it! Can I take it home with me, Hermes? I'm sure Zem would love to have one herself. She'd love to have such a cute little pet. Ha 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 ha. Well, we mustn't keep the others waiting. Let us return to Anagnosis. axolotls. They're so cute. Look at them. I love them. Perhaps it's only your imagination, but something in the creature's demeanor bespeaks proud defiance for having gone on an adventure. Yes, this one. Take it to Azem. She will love it. I can assure you. She will definitely love this thing. Some creations stay outside. Others stay at Xysis, like the Ambistomas. 'Twas blissfully uneventful in your absence. The little ones were on their best behavior. I love Asmodeus. I love him so much. No more errant creations to distract us from matters of actual import, I trust. My apologies for the trouble. Owing to your kind assistance, all the Ambistomas are safe and well. I will presently send them back to their space, if you would go on ahead to the main building. Upon entering, you will see a table and chairs, a meeting area. We may speak there. Very well, take care to not let the creature slip away again. See, I'm about to get a new chest gear piece, so might as well sell what I have because I've got an overabundance. Let's see. Those are actually, let us sell. It's weird to think that after all the money I've spent on these exarchic things, they are now officially obsolete. Ah! I'll try to remember to extract the materia at some point. This is about to become obsolete, so I really shouldn't be holding on to most of these. Alright, I will need a casting one. I'm probably not going to do ninja for a while, so I'll get rid of the scouting. So I'll either be doing Reaper or Samurai. So striking, casting, maiming. Alright. Fending. Actually. I'll see. Okay. Casting. Alright. Casting, striking, aiming. Oh, I can put on those shoes. Okay. Yay, wasting all my glamour prisms, but you know what? For this area, I just don't care. Wolves. I can buy more. Or I think I can make more at this point? Maybe? I don't recall. Anyway. Actually, now I can sell those shoes that I had on before. As much as I like that set, maybe one day I'll buy a whole set and dye it navy blue and do a Morag cosplay. Gemstone trader, because apparently they can even take gemstones way back in time. Things make sense. Decided to open a shop with to keep my little creation fed. My wondrous wares are yours for the right amount of bicolor gemstones. more just materials? Is there a path this way? I feel like there isn't, but it's just that one little spot of the map that hasn't been revealed that makes me wonder, did I just happen to miss one obvious thing? I have my doubts, but I just want to check and see. In fact, it looks like I did. Maybe not. Maybe it's just... Alright, we'll see. We'll get up close and see. Okay, yeah, it's just this. Okay. What is this? Interesting. Alright, yeah. This is as far as I can go in all these places. Unless... I don't think there is a path this way, but... let's just walk along the edge, just to make sure. Okay, yeah, there's not a way. Okay. Alright. Door. Okay. Man, I really want that dress, but I don't want to do the near raids in order to get it. Just saying. So I'm very split on it. Also, I found another twin sister of mine, apparently. Lots of red-headed Makode characters running around. While Emmett Silk has been accommodating thus far, he is the one who has business with Hermes. If you wish to attend, you will have to ask his permission. Hades. Hades, can you let me attend, please?
This appears to be the place. And here is where we part ways.
But I do
we
have...
will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge. And that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins.
I have important things to say, though, to
What?
Hermes.
Will I have to remove you by force?
I see you smiling there. I have important things to say to him as well.
Yes. I'm sure your business with Hermes is quite pressing. You may speak with him to your heart's content after ours is concluded.
I do not object to her attendance.
Oh, thank you, Hermes.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
Perhaps. But I believe she can be trusted. Meteon would not have taken to her so quickly otherwise.
Yeah, but I don't trust Meteon, I'm just saying.
Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself, do you hear?
Oh, fine. feel like he had to warn it because he knows I'm gonna be something like a Zem or something.
So, it's finally happened, then.
Aye. Van Daniels declared his intention to step down, and named you as his preferred successor. In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure. And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Fandaniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
A torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the Convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Fandaniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the Star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Interesting.
Return to the Star? Does that mean die?
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Aetheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just, I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all. Oh no, I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteon outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
Again, I have a very bad feeling about this girl. For reasons. Most would jump at the chance to serve on the convocation, and yet... Don't mind us, my friend. Please tend to Meteon. Forgive me. I will make it up to you, I promise. I'm sorry, Shalyn. I didn't mean... A walk. Perhaps we can go for a walk. Or what the point of this is, besides just additional design. Oh, it is very green out here. Umbral wind, okay. Hermes gets sad when he thinks about death. When others are sad, I'm sad too. That's how I am. How he made me. But don't worry, I'm fine now. So, why did you come here? You want to learn about Elpis and Hermes? Ooh, I can teach you. I can teach you. We could take turns. I tell you something, then you tell me something. Sure, sounds like fun. It will be. Where to start? Ah, yes, let's talk to Memnon. He should be near the Aetherite. I'm not good at explaining, but Memnon is, so I'll have him explain instead. Meteon is now accompanying you. Yay! The Aetherite. Anyone can use it to teleport anywhere. Well, maybe not anywhere. Not to the ground or the other isles. For that, you need teleporters. Oh, and permission. Ah, so that's what that was. Let's go talk to Memnon. He should be near the Aetherite. Okay. And what have we here? Though you look like a person, you have the ears and tails of... Oh, hey, they acknowledge that I am actually a Mikote. That's amusing. I wonder what they would say if I was a Hearer. I'm very curious. Ears and tail of a beast. I assume you are familiar like Meteon. Is there something you need? This is Shalyn. Could you teach her about Elpis? Oh, a newly read familiar, is she? Very well, I should be glad to introduce our fair facility to her. As you know, it is mankind's duty to make the star a better place. As part of this duty, we employ creation magics to bring forth new life. However, we cannot simply release our works into the world, for it would lead to chaos. No, any and all life forms must undergo extensive testing to determine their fitness to exist. Testing which is conducted here in Elpis. Every candidate is subjected to rigorous study, in which we identify their properties, surmise what habitats might be suitable, and speculate as to the effects they might have on the environment and other species. Should it be judged a beneficial addition to the star, it will be allowed to take its place in the world. The two of you, too, were created with the hope of making the star a better place. So heed your masters well and be good, do you hear? We will, Memnon, we will. Thanks for the lesson. You had a turn, now I get a turn. Where did you come from? A place far, far away. Then I probably don't know it. I don't know much about other places. But this place is important to you. I can feel it. Oh, my power. I haven't told you about it. A creation. Let's find a creation. One not being watched. Then I'll explain my power. I have a very bad feeling about this child. I am just saying. Just again. Based on A, the launch trailer, and B, the voice we heard after we killed Zodiac, and we heard a young voice call out, "Ah, finally." I have my suspicions about this child. At least she's not doing the levitation spell like Graha did when we were in Razatan. Lols. Oh. Shoebill. Shoebill. Well. Okay. Oh, this creation is perfect. But I don't remember seeing it before. Perhaps it's new? This thing's been following me for quite some time. Anyway, I'll try reading its mind. That's my power. Okay. Mind reading is... okay. Shoebill. Are we... okay. I can't read it. Or maybe there's nothing to read? Wait. Please wait. I'll try again. With you this time. Don't look too deeply, please. Greetings. Can you hear me? Yeah, I guess. This is my power. I can read the emotions of those around me and project my emotions to others in turn. Well, yep, that's just adding more fuel to my suspicions. I'm not actually speaking to you in your mind. Rather, you are converting my emotions into words and intention, a process performed subconsciously by intelligent life forms. This ability is vital to my mission, for it allows me to interact with intelligent beings even should they communicate via unknown languages or other nonverbal means. Echo? As a consequence, I am clumsy at speaking. Yet though I struggle to express myself in this fashion, Hermes wants me to speak as much as possible, for everyone has thoughts and feelings they may wish to hide. I harbor an affection for you, one that is difficult to define. Aside from the fact that you share common traits with us, your thoughts are complex, prismatic. They draw me in and leave me wanting to know more. Out of respect for your privacy, I will refrain from using my power when speaking to you. Nevertheless, I want you to know that I wish to be your friend. Did you hear me? I did. Good. Now it's my turn again. So, what are you good at? Fighting, crafting, gathering, playing, it's a secret. I mean, we all know Shalyn doesn't think she's good at anything, even though she's good at everything. She's playing. Let's say playing. Playing? I'm still not sure what that means. Hermes says, let's play, but then he goes for a walk, or looks at creations. It's fun, but no different from work. Shoebill. Suspicious of this shoebill, it's still following me. Also, why is it staring at us? Hey, Corin. Let's keep going. We'll go and find you. Yunthe next. She's usually in a small building on the west row. The shoe bill. The shoe bill! Why is the shoe bill still following? Oh, look, Spriggans. There's never a dull moment with the Orai. Their fondness for minerals makes them highly unique, and I dare say they will be no less popular. Discuss the Spriggans. Spriggans? What are Spriggans? Oh no, we call them Orai. If there's just one, we say Orias. Though they're cute, they can be naughty. Sometimes they run off with concept crystals, and Hermes has to run after them. I like this version of Hermes before he went crazy. Let's go and see Yuanthe. She's in a small building to the west. Agreed. Who thought the shoe bill would be suitable to release upon the world? It just sits there and stares. Is this still discuss the Aetherite? Yes, okay. Well, if it isn't Medion. I see you've brought a friend today. Greetings, Yuanthe. An apple. Can you make me an apple? The kind Hermes likes, covered in syrup. I want to share it with Shalyn. Oh, candied apples. Hermes is certainly partial to them, but you know you can't eat Medion. You weren't made to do so. But I like it too. It may seem that way, but it's due to your ability to share others' feelings. You've taken Hermes' likes for your own. In any case, I can't prepare an apple right now, but I'll bring one for Hermes soon, I promise. I'm sorry, Shalyn. I wanted to show you my favorite thing. Then I could ask about yours, but I failed. Sure, I'll tell her what I like. Hopefully it doesn't reveal too much about the future. Ooh, that's what you like? Yes, I can feel it. Your joy and happiness. And it makes me happy too. Thanks for sharing it with me, Shalyn. Well, we walked and we talked a lot. Maybe Hermes is finished talking too. Shall we go and see? Alrighty, let's go see. Well, we know what he ultimately decides. He's not gonna be the cuteness anymore. He is going to become crazy and make us kill him. Oh, hey Deus, how are you? Excellent timing. 'Twas a refreshing constitutional, I hope. I love Deus. I just love him. He's also so pretty! Look at how pretty this man is. I love it. He is my bestie. He is my new bestie. What, back already? Pity. A bit longer, we might have snuck away without you. And then what would them have to say about that, lulz? There you are. I can see the fresh air has done Medion good. Shalyn wanted to learn about you and Elpis, so I taught her. About this place, about my power, about your favorite food. I'm not sure if that last one will be of any use. But I do appreciate your keeping Medion company. While you were away, I finished speaking with our guests. Finished? Hardly. You requested time to consider the invitation, so we have no choice but to occupy ourselves with an inspection of your work. My apologies. It has been decided that Emet-Selk and Hythlodaeus will accompany me as I attend my duties. If you wish to learn more, perhaps you would like to come too. I'm compelled to remind you that she is in no way associated with the convocation. We simply chanced to meet at Propylion. There is no guarantee that the matters we discuss will remain private. I do not mind. To see the joy her presence brings Medion, I cannot imagine our mysterious friend harbors malicious intent. Shalyn is kind. Really, truly. She taught me as much as I taught her. You're coming, of course. To watch Hermes, you're bound to learn lots and lots. It's totally a Xehanort. I mean, he does have the eyes, but you know, he's nicer than Xehanort. And yes, I do absolutely love these robes. I had to put them on, even if I had to waste a few glamour prisms, and I'll have to waste another one when I equip this new chest piece I've got, depending on how it looks. But I have seen a few people wearing the robes around here. Scarlet Mocha robe of the last unicorn. That is certainly a name. What does it look like? Oh, that is certainly a thing. If it wasn't for the unicorn on the shoulder, I might actually like it. I like it except for the unicorn. The unicorn just kind of kills it for me. Otherwise, I really like this robe. But the unicorn just makes me have to do this. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Alright. Back to how I'm supposed to look. This time we all get to go for a walk. Isn't it exciting? Though I see new creations on a daily basis, here they look at them with a different eye. It will be interesting to observe Hermes at work. It is held that all civil organizations should conduct their affairs with total transparency, and the Convocation is no exception. But that doesn't mean we're obligated to show our work to unknown entities such as you. Consider yourself privileged and behave accordingly. Alright, Corin. See you later. Yeah, I might make a... Oh, you actually had to go to the inn and make the plate? Yeah, I don't have any more plates left. Because I might be able to show you my plates. Let's see. Nope, not here. Okay, I can't show you my plates, but all my plates are taken up at the moment, unfortunately. But I'll probably... I don't know, I'll definitely throw these in the glamour dresser. Let's see. If everyone is ready, there are a few creations I need to check on. First, we shall return to the spot where we found our wayward ambystoma. The axolotls! Have care when you step outside a hub, for there may be more unruly creatures about. Axolotls, axolotls! Umbral wind continues out here. Alright. It's nice to see my chat active for once. Yay, having multiple viewers. Alright. Emmett. All vim and vigor now. When we were discussing his nomination, he was melancholy incarnate. So beautiful, Petaluda. I hope they make it into the world. They will. In a different form, I'm sure, but yeah, I'll see plenty of those. Ah yes, the Ianthe Petaluda, one of the newest species of the ever-popular butterfly. You're still bothered about your robe? Don't be. The few specimens we repurposed won't be missed. Yeah, we had to use butterflies to make my robe. That was a thing. This here is a new species of Petaluda we recently set loose. It has been doing very well, managing to maintain a stable existence thus far. If it can see its observation period to the end without issue, we shall release it unto the world. Tell me, Do you know the difference between living beings and arcane entities? It is the presence of a soul, yet the soul isn't something you can choose to have at will. No, it manifests only in those beings whose forms adhere to the laws of creation, that can endure on their own. Beings that do not fulfill this requirement, such as those spontaneously born of magic or natural phenomena, do not have souls. I take it that means, carbuncles. No matter how much it might resemble flora or fauna, if it lacks a soul, then it is considered an arcane entity. So you see, it is not for mankind to decide what is living. That domain lies beyond our manipulation, and it is hubris to assume otherwise. But come, let us head to the nearby beacon. I've received report that arcane entities have gathered there. All right. Yeah, I have multiples for every expansion because I do different jobs at different points in each expansion. So, like, I have, for A Realm Reborn, I have my arrival gear, and then eventually I switch to ninja attire. And then at the very end, for the banquet, I have a plate for that. And then I have the Christmas coat that I wear for a good chunk of Heaven's Word. And I have a few other... I think I have another outfit I wear. I do ninja attire occasionally. And then I go Red Mage after Ashifan's death. So I have a Red Mage attire for that. And then I have... let's see. After Heaven's Word... at post Heaven's Word and beginning of Stormblood, I kind of switch back and forth between Machinist and Gunbreaker. And then when we're in Doma, I go Ninja briefly, and then I go Samurai. And then I go Dancer pretty much full-time in Shadowbringers. And then here I go Dancer for the most part, but I went Gunbreaker and Garlemald. So, yeah, I have a lot of plates for various things, so... Interesting. You're interesting, too. Tell me, how did you find the Amistoma? We're meant to be observing Hermes, but instead we're stuck with Medion. Well, I suppose she herself serves as proof of his prowess as a researcher and creator both. A fascinating creation, much like yourself, little one. Renowned as Hermes is for his flying life forms, 'tis a rare privilege to be able to see one of his works in progress. Ah yes, lightning pneuma, just as the report said. Although we call this structure a beacon due to its form, it is in fact a magical device. By manipulating the balance of elements, it keeps the isle airborne and maintains a climate thereupon. In the course of its operation, it often sees an internal shift toward a given element. Right now that element is lightning, which draws the pneuma here to replenish their ether. It appears Medion is busy. Would you care to assist me in her stead and feed the pneuma? By using this lightning converger, you can harness ambient lightning and focus it into a ball. A veritable feast for our dazzling friends. Go on, give it a try. Yeah, I don't know. Dark Knight is honestly my least favorite tank to play. Of course, it's my favorite story, but let's see. Do I need to throw this at the destination? Okay. Alright, cool. But that's just personally me. Yay! So Shadu, this would be of great interest to your character, I'm sure. This thing about the sprites and what we're doing here. I'm sure you would be quite fascinated about this. Perfectly done, Shallon. Look. Nom 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 nom. See how they gather to feed, how they express themselves through their actions despite their lack of words. Speech is not the sole defining characteristic of a thinking, feeling creature, nor is silence an indication that they do not possess these qualities. Be it a soulless arcane entity such as the Pneuma, or an ethereal life form such as the Petaluda, all seek to perpetuate their existence, to survive. Is Medion a living being? A good question. I can answer it from a theoretical standpoint, but it ultimately falls to the Bureau of the Architect to pass judgment. I love Deus. With exceptional vision, those with exceptional vision, such as Hythlodeus, may be able to ascertain her true nature. But to me, it doesn't matter. She is herself, and that is all I need to know. Oh, you finished already? I'm sorry. I was in the way. Not to worry, my dear. They missed nothing of note, and we still have plenty of work for them to observe. Next, we will head east to the morning dew. I need to speak with some observers there. I think Lawgriff's real name was Gaia. I think that's why they made Gaia the way they did, and why, like, Mitron insisted on referring to her as Gaia. So, but other than that, yeah, I'm not sure we've heard very many names. Although, given Hades and Hermes, it seems they have a trend of being named after Greek gods, which is interesting. And I was writing a little piece from Azem's point of view at one point, and I actually made it a point to not give her a name. Even if I pointed out that having become Azem, she was afraid that people would actually start forgetting her real name. That was actually a fear of hers. Anyway, Medion. It's adorable, but beware its sneeze. Hermes went flying once. Oh, it's the early Goobus. Look at the concept of a Goobu. Ah, this fellow has been the talk of the Bureau. A combination of a carefree aspect and endless rows of fangs is strangely charming. If you say so, Deus. Was there a guiding theme or any method to the madness that is this random assortment of features? Oh, goodness. Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects. So, how are we coming along?
Oh, look. We can replace our flower.
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy.
Shalom, be careful with
Dynamis,
your words.
we call it. And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Antelekis.
My suspicion is getting stronger.
That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
A very bad idea, Hermes. I am not excited by this concept.
A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteon?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it. However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%. The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not
Alright,
unlike
see you,
a
Corin.
gently
Thanks for
flowing
stopping
stream,
by.
unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river... Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I look to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an entelechy. Like me. So... are we the same? Intelleckies.
No, I'm not an entelechy. Well, I have been known to transcend my limits with nothing but determination. If I'm thin, it's because Emmett Silk didn't do a proper job.
Well, aren't we ungrateful? Mayhap I should revert you to the pathetic, faded thing you were.
Poke, poke.
A deficit of ether alone does not an entelechy make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You'd do well not to underestimate it.
Watch out, the goober might go on a rampage.
I'd forgotten about the poor fellow. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
All appears to be well. This shouldn't take long. Oh, there's Medion. Intellectual or no, we're friends! In thinness! Hello, Deus. Let's just look at this man. He is both gorgeous and adorable. I'm so happy with his design. Never before have I heard of Dynamis or Intelleckies. I can only assume the Elpis flower was submitted to the Bureau before I joined. Can I replace my flower that got crumbled away into ashes from all the despair? Oh, I get pants. Not that I or anyone else would be able to make use of it, even if we knew. But it irks me to discover that there is an entirely different form of energy, and no one told me! That personal annoyance aside, Hermes' knowledge is undeniably impressive. Given that there are none among the 14 who specialize in the Celestial, he would be a welcome addition. Assuming he can be persuaded to join, that is. I still can't understand his hesitation. Why did you join the convocation? Oh, you wish to know why Emmett Silk was chosen for the convocation. I should be glad to share the tale. It began when... Not another word. Lest you've forgotten, we're to learn about Hermes, not me. My misspent youth is not your concern. Misspent youth, What now? I want to learn about the convocation. If you would accompany us, I suppose you should at least know that much. I still love this continued trend that we can have extra conversations with Emmett if we actually think to talk to him. The Convocation of 14 is a governing body that determines myriad policies. Our goal is to ensure that all is right in creation, that our star may know a brighter future. As the name suggests, the Council is comprised of 14 offices, each of which is held by an individual chosen for their surpassing abilities. Depending on the office, one is required to either be an authority on a certain field or possess skills that would facilitate the performance of their stipulated duties. The former category includes Matron, a specialist in aquatic life, Logrove, a specialist in terrestrial life and husbandry, Halmarit, a specialist in fungal and plant life, Emeroloth, specialist in medicine and healing, and La Habrea, specialist in creation magics, who brought forth phantom beings of the highest complexity and has instilled them to save the world. As for the latter category, there's Ultima, advocate of the arts, Egerim, champion of enlightenment and rhetoric, Pashtarat, preserver of discipline and order, Emetselk, the keeper of the ethereal realm, or underworld in the vernacular, Fandaniel, pursuer of extant phenomena, and Azem, traveler of the world and counselor to the people. What? Should I be revealing such details to you? Don't be silly. Even children know this much, and you would do well to remember it all. Okay, gotta memorize all that. We have all the convocation names now, apparently. I'll tell you the tale when we're away from sensitive ears. Yes! Yes! Let us gossip! Let us gossip! I love it! Ah, I love the concept! Ah! Alright, say the same thing. Oh, someone's got a white robe on. Oh, are these dyeable? My apologies for the wait. I have inspected the Ampelos, and to my satisfaction. All is well with the creature, and I dare say it won't be long ere it is released unto the world. Another creation, however, reportedly isn't faring so well. The Charbidus. That is what we shall tend to next. Nice. If you would follow me, my friends, we shall return to the main isle and head north. Also, I've had side quests pop up here. Whee! Oh, these things. The Sawana. There's a slight difference in etheric balance between these Charbiduses. By this, it may be assumed that they aren't original creations, but their offspring. Interesting. The first one glows a lot. A serpentine bird, or a winged snake? Emmett. Ah! Oh, forgive me. I thought another member of the convocation had come. This is turning out to be an eventful day. Ha, about that, lols. Why is this one blue and shiny? I understand there's a problem with one of the Charbidus. Yes, that's right. As you know, the Charbidus is based on a sea creature. Owing to adjustments to enhance its affinity to wind, it is capable of flight. The specimens created from the concepts all could fly without issue, but a problem arose with subsequent generations. This third-generation creature was born with an etheric balance leaning strongly toward water, its aquatic origin reasserting itself, it would seem. The result being its affinity to wind is diminished, and it cannot fly. No matter what we try, we cannot get it to rise, even the slightest bit. For such a change to manifest in so few generations, I fear they are too unstable, flawed. With your permission, I will revert the creatures and recommend to the Bureau that the concept be revised. With its etheric balance leaning towards water, the Charbidus would indeed struggle to manipulate wind. Yet it is too early to conclude that it cannot fly. Having failed at first, it may simply have developed a fear. I shall transform and fly with it, helping it to manipulate wind until it finds its wings. What? You needn't go to such great lengths. You don't know? But of course not. Transformation is an art in which one manipulates a vast quantity of ether to construct another body around oneself. In practice, this allows one to assume any conceivable form and thereby transcend the limits of one's flesh. Yet convenient though it may be, transforming in the presence of others is considered vainglorious in the extreme, as uncouth and unseemly as running around robeless. Shameful. Am I to understand you make a habit of this? Nothing of the sort. It's just that when transformed, I can wield wind and fly. It may seem excessive, but what is our shame next to the lives of these creatures? They deserve a chance, and we owe it to them to do all in our power. Be that as it may. Yes, I believe I have a solution. Emitselk, may I trouble you to move that Charvadus away from its fellows, somewhere out of sight? Meanwhile, I'd like the rest of you to help me prepare. Here. What mischief are you scheming now? No mischief, I assure you. I would but spare you the need to report to your colleagues that Hermes committed an indiscretion. So have a little faith and run along. I trust you don't mind? Such a bother when we could simply begin anew, but I shall defer to the Chief Overseer. We must help the Charvadus fly, or else they will all die. Athlodeus is a man of ideas. I wonder what he has thought up this time. Emitselk is out of sight? Good. Then let us speak plain. Speak of the plan. It is a stroke of genius, really. We have Emitselk trade the Charvadus. Aside from being able to fly untransformed, he can readily see ether currents. And with his adept spellcraft, he can also employ suitable wind magics to guide the creature along. While he is indeed capable of all you described, it is not his duty. I am loath to trouble him with it. Don't be! As I mentioned, it would also be for his own sake. With that settled, let's begin at once. Shallon, I want you to go find Emitselk. Tell him you have a favor to ask. He will be disinclined to cooperate at first, but you mustn't be discouraged. With our friend, the trick is to be unflaggingly persistent. Off you go now, and good luck. Chat mode, say I have a favor to ask. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Southeast. I might actually be able to get that one, wherever it is. Actually, since I can, let's just see about it. West. It said there was one southeast. Now it's saying northwest. You see there? It said southeast. And now it's not showing me the one southeast. Okay, now there's one east. Okay. Northeast. Oh, it's probably up there, actually. East. Yeah, it's probably up there. There it is. I swear, I opened the door for like 20 seconds yesterday, and I have like 8 more flies in here. It's absurd. Alright, the rest are all I can't obtain them, I think. So now let's go find Emmett. Alright, Emmett. Brave New Urianger. Where is that one acquired? Is that a new addition to the store? Well, are your preparations for the scheme not... that is clearly not a scheme complete? Oh, no you don't. I am not lifting a finger. Ugh, I don't know what Hythlodaeus is up to, but I will not be made to know. I refuse. I refuse. If Hythlodaeus is to be believed, relentless insistence may serve to wear down the ever-wary Emetzelk. Say please, Emetzelk. You may tell Hythlodaeus he can contrive another brilliant solution, one that doesn't involve me.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me. I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emetzelk. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
I love Deus. Oh my gosh.
Please, Emmett Sulk. Please.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last.
Snap. Oh, that's an interesting critter.
I will aid it once it has taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
And we have that private chat about Emmett's background.
You were wondering why Emmett Selk joined the convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even, quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand.
So he traveled the world as well.
Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault.
Sounds very much like me.
He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve herself in the business of others. Where she walks, excitement is certain to follow. Her antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents.
Good to know. Okay.
And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine, and together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well
So
done,
different.
my pet. Well done!
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
This person in the chat, my goodness. Didn't mean to pull it up. Cat antics, but wow. If I didn't know better, I'd say Emmett Selk is enjoying himself. Not that he'd ever deign to admit it. Look, Shalyn, see how well the Charybdis flies. It's flying. It's really flying, as if it were born to do so. Thank goodness. I could just type, but I can also do this. Emerging from his reverie, Emmett Selk notices you and begins to descend with the Charybdis. I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, the Charybdis has learned to fly. And Shalyn and I could relax and have a pleasant chat. I'm sure you did. The creature needed some small assistance at first, but soon it was flying more or less on its own. I doubt you will need to repeat the lesson. That was truly impressive. I witnessed it all from afar. The Charybdis flies. Indeed, with this we've proven that even a creature with skewed etheric balance is capable of flight. Though we hope to achieve this, the Charybdis is a herd animal. They may well aid their struggling kin in like fashion if and when the need arises. Keeping this in mind, I bid you to continue observing them. If that is what you want. But if I may say so, rather than hoping an idealistic possibility comes to pass, would it not be simpler to have the concept adjusted? That way we could guarantee that anomalies such as this specimen are never born in the first place. These creatures are already here. We will spare no effort in giving them a chance to survive. As you wish, Chief. As you wish. Hermes? I am fine, don't worry. Well, that concludes all of my present tasks. Let us return to Anagnosis for now. Still feeling weird about having to kill butterflies to make my clothes. I mean, they're very nice clothes, but still. All the creations are happy. That makes me happy too. I thoroughly enjoyed myself, at the very end most of all. Now you've seen what I do. Was it everything you were expecting? What? Want to apologize for forcing me to help, do you? Save your breath. You didn't force me to do anything. I merely chose the most expeditious way to have done with an impediment to our business. Goodness. I probably don't need to glamour the pants yet. Probably won't see much of the pants under the robe. I'm tired. Leave me be. Tell me, Shallan, in the course of watching me, have you learned aught of value? Dynamis. Dynamis seems promising. Dynamis, you say? Curious that such an obscure phenomenon should be of interest to you. Chief Hermes, what good fortune to find you here. Is something the matter? It's Ikeon. I'm afraid it's done it again. No sooner did we release one for observation than it set upon nearby Occupates, slaughtering them. Was the creature hungry, or somehow provoked? I had just fed them myself, and the Occupates were keeping a wide berth. It is the nature of the Ikeon that is to blame, their innate viciousness. Temperament aside, it is an outstanding creation, perfect in form and function. Though it may not be suited for release, I have no doubt that the Bureau will accept its concept for preservation. In any case, there is no point in postponing the inevitable. Doros will revert them all once the paperwork is in order. Where is the scene of the incident? Just off the path up to the 12 Wonders. As you make your way, you should see it to the left. I don't know if Doris will still be there, however. Hermes, wait! If this is part of his work, then I would observe. We follow. It's heavy. Hermes' pain. The Occupite is no easy prey. With its hooves and horns, it was designed to be formidable even on land. Yet they didn't stand a chance against the Lycaon. It's not Yakeon, it's Lycaon. Okay. A fearsome beast is Lycaon, but where is it now? The lacerations and burns are unmistakable. The Lycaon was indeed responsible. But the creature is nowhere to be seen. Doros may have taken it away. The man makes his base at the 12 Wonders. I shall go and seek him out there. Emmett Selk and I will search the area for good measure, just to make sure the Lycaon did not escape. My thanks. Let us meet at the 12 Wonders when you have finished. I will go on ahead. Please follow with Shallan. Come, it's down the path and over the bridge. The OQPD is no okay. Oh, okay, okay. Speak for me. Okay, she's up there. She's already left us. Leave me alone, thing. There it is, the 12 Wonders. Hermes is looking for Doros. Let's look for Doros, too. He's a man with long blonde hair, I think. I'll know him when I see him. Pretty sure this is the mount you get from Palace of the Dead. Pretty sure. Let's see, Doros would be a blonde man. Ah, here we are. Blonde man. Doros! That's Doros! Well now, if it isn't Medion, what brings you here? Ah, I thought I heard familiar voices. I didn't realize you two had decided to help me search for Doros. Thank you. You're in charge of the Lycaones, I believe. Where are they now? Out of the fields and restraints. Frenzied as they were, I couldn't well return them to XIV. Once I've submitted the report, I'll see them reverted without delay. It's as he says, the beasts are indeed quite ferocious. You're one of the 14. What brings you here? Nothing you need concern yourself with, as you were. We've heard the news. The Lycaon slaughtered Ocupetes. As the observer in charge, you are of the opinion they are not fit to be released. I am. Their abnormal aggression and exceptional strength makes for a highly problematic combination. It matters not where they are released. Lycaons would threaten other species and upset the natural order. Could it be that the specimens observed are an outlier? Highly unlikely. We've created a good many of them, all exhibited the same tendencies. Even when we used Kairos to begin with a fresh slate, their behavior was unchanged. Kairos? A memory reconfiguration system. The chief himself created it. It allows us to erase or alter memories that we may observe creations in different environmental conditions without needing to remake them from scratch. Quite impressive, and potentially dangerous. Depending on the intensity of the etheric emissions, Pastorau may wish to have words with you. Rest assured, I've kept all values within prescribed limits, and to prevent the misuse, its applications are limited to those authorized by the Chief Overseer. Do not misunderstand. To manipulate a subject's memories is an intrusive act I deeply abhor, but it is still preferable to execution. Come now, Chief, let's not be so melodramatic. What was born of ether is simply being reduced to its original state. I know the distinction concerns you, but you mustn't lose sight of the bigger picture, making rational choices for the sake of a more prosperous star. If a creation cannot simply If a creation cannot be properly studied, even with the aid of Kairos, we remake it. If a creation is deemed detrimental to existence, we unmake it. 'Tis all for the greater good, and none question the necessity of such routine processes. I understand these things, I do. I would never think to unleash a clear and undeniable threat upon the world. Yet, insignificant though their individual lives may be next to all creation, it is all the Lycaons have. Before we seal their fates, I owe it to these beings to exhaust all options, to ensure that nothing has been overlooked. If you insist, let me provide you with a full report that we may take it from there. Would it be possible for us to attend the discussion, that Emet-Selch may better carry out his duties? By all means. Pray, show them to the meeting room. And I'm still stuck to their side like glue. We have a duty to the star, this I know, but that doesn't mean we don't also have responsibility to the lives we bring into existence here. To man, other beings are just things, to be used and controlled, like magic. That's what Hermes once told me. I fear this discussion may take a while, during which time... Medion, are you feeling unwell? It's not me, Hermes. It's you. I won't go to the meeting. I'll stay with Shallan. Loath though I am to impose, may I leave Medion in your care again? Leave it to me. I am in your debt, if you'll excuse me. Can you help me with something, Shallan? The meeting will make Hermes sad. I want to cheer him up, with a flower. Hermes likes flowers the most, of all creations in Elpis. Most creations are expected to be interesting, or beautiful, or strong, better in some way. But flowers are different. They're designed to suit our emotions, what we feel and want to convey. Hermes is like that. I can't make flowers, so I'll search for one. I want you to search with me. We'll start here at the 12 Wonders. Medion's accompanying you. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Vibrant purple flowers bigger than your hands adorn this tree. Oh, so big and bright! I love them! But they might be too bright. You have to think of the recipient. That's what Hermes said. A tall, slender tree rises before you. You crane your neck to look for flowers. No flowers. If there were apples, we could have covered them in syrup. Let's head outside next. Don't worry, we won't wander far. An array of beautiful flowers grows in the bed, their mix of colors forming a pattern. These would be better suited for Hermes, but they're hedged in. That means we shouldn't touch them. They're either under observation or poisonous. Any other place would be fine, though. Let's keep looking. Well then. Set on a tall, thin stalk, the oddly shaped flower is mesmerizing in its undulations. Oh, a conian! A flower that can move. When Hermes wasn't looking, it shot seeds at him. Not a good gift, maybe. But you're good, Shalyn, at spotting flowers. We'll find something soon. You spy nothing promising nearby. At best, common-looking grasses with some few tiny flowers. Nothing around here. Ah! Over there, Shalyn. Something big. Huge! Oh, no. Malodorous grass. Oh, boy. Yeah, you want a marble. The terrible stench reminiscent of sodden old boots pervades the air. Without a doubt, the culprit is the marble-like creature before you. That's an Adonis. The things around its mouth look like petals, but the flowers are the orbs on its head. When Hermes inspected it, it swallowed him up. He didn't leave his room for days. What do you think, Shalyn? Would he like it? Probably not the good sort of memory. So not this one either. Finding a good flower, it's harder than I thought. I'm sorry, Shalyn, but could we search a little more? Maybe as far as the fields over there. I'll pick something after that, I promise. I mean, we could just pick an Elpis. Lush green fields stretch out before you, ending where the sky begins. Aw, there's nothing. There's a thing wanting to kill me. I am very annoyed by this fact. Do this again. Oh, there's nothing left. The shiny thing over there. What could it be? Oh, yep, I told you. We were gonna find Elpises. Flowers, they're here too. Hermes likes and dislikes them at the same time. Like me, they're intelleckies. Like me, they feel his pain and turn dark. That's only for Hermes, though. For others, they're always white and bright. Truly? The flower was dark in your home? Then, do you have it too? Dark emotion? All of the above. All of the above. I dare say I have a few. You don't have to say it. I can feel it's something. But won't you lend it to me? The darkness inside you. I want you to make the flower dark, in front of Hermes. He has been in a dark place, since before he created me. He needs to know that he isn't there alone, that others are sad too. Okay, I'm not sure this is a good idea. Truly? You'll do it? Again, I'm not sure this is a good idea, but sure, fine, whatever. Thank you, Shalyn, thank you. It means more to me than I can say. I can't wait to see how Hermes reacts. Let's go back and fetch him. I feel like this is a bad idea. I am just saying. It seems they're still talking. Let's wait until they've finished.
Hermes!
Oh. You were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Yes. We've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteon company. Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms.
Oh, you have rooms for them
There is
here?
room for you too, if you would follow me.
Oh, yeah, I can sleep here.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
Elpis flowers?
Go on. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Meteon has shared much with you. May we talk a moment?
Hedgehog.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will, and when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is. But only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain. They sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear. And it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Nor to miss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. I won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Alpes, or if you only did it at Meteon's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you. To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort.
Well, I could tell you all about suffering. Let's have no more brooding, eh? You reminded me too much of a couple of friends of mine.
Indeed. Difficult though it may be, I must endeavor to be strong like you. The stars in the heavens, know you what they are? Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteon and her sisters. Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them, and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life. As one might expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it. But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness. It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow. Come, Meteon. Let us head back.
All right.
It's fascinating to see just how different he is from the Fandaniel we just killed. And with that, having us had spent the night and are ready to start another new day, I think I am going to actually take a break for now. As I said yesterday, I do actually need to go to the store and go shopping. Unfortunately, that means I'll be stuck in queue when I come back, but hopefully it won't be too long. In the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. That would be amazing. And bye for now.